Jai Hind friends, myself Dr. Sachin Jain, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering, Akgec Engineering College. So, for today's class, topic is HTML basics. So, if you will see the syllabus of web technology, so you will find that there are 5 topics mentioned in the syllabus, that is image tag, list tag, table tag, frames and frameset tag, and form tag. So today we will discuss this topic in this class. Image basically have 3 types of format like GIF, graphical interchange format, joint picture expert group, JPG format, and portable network graphics, PNG format. So to include image in the HTML tag, we need 3 attributes: source, width, and height. Source depends the location. Width and height are the attribute related to the pixel width and picture width and picture height. So this is the format of including the image in the HTML page. So first we will write the image tag, then src, then in src we will give the name of the file, then height and width we can set as per the requirement. So there is another attribute inside the image tag that is called alt tag, that's called alternative tag. If there is there is missing of this JPG image, so what text will be displayed? So we can write here. So similarly, if this image will not be displayed, then this text will be displayed there. Now come to the next tag, that is a list tag. So list in HTML can be of 2 types, unordered list or ordered list. So if we will talk about the unordered list, so there is another sub element that's called li element. That is list item. So how we will create it? So first we will write ul tag here, then we will write the list element with different li tag, and this is the anchor tag. We will give the reference, this is the value, this anchor tag close, list element close. So in this way we can make an unordered list. There will be no number in the items, so that's why it's called unordered list. Nested and ordered list. So if we want to create a ordered list with number, then we can use ol tag. So this is the example of creating the ol tag. So here we are taking unordered list. So in this there are 2 elements. Then inside the unordered list there is ordered list. Now this ordered list contains 2 elements. Now this order list goes close here. Now we are taking another list and this li is closed here. We are taking another list of element that's come inside unordered list. Then again in this there is ordered list with 5 elements, and this list of element is closed here. Then this ul got closed here. So in this way this will be displayed. Now come to the next tag that is mentioned in the syllabus, that is table tag. So table provides a means of organizing the layout of the data. A table may be divided into rows and columns. That's generally called cell of the table. Cell contain text, image, links, and it may also contain some another table. So table can also be used to organize the layout of the web page itself. So this is very important tag in HTML, and there are some sub elements of this table tag, that's called tr, th, and td. TR represent table row, TH represent table header and TD represent table data. So if we want to create a table like this, so there are three header: name, course and year, and these are the three rows and these are the table data. So we will write like this: border. Border is a attribute that defines the table border. So the thickness of this border will be depend on the value of this border attribute. So table row, we are creating three table header: name, country, year. So we will write TH here, and these rows get completed here. Now in another row there is three table data, so we will write TD, TD, TD. Then another row contains three table data, so TR starts here, TR close here, and in between there are three table data. So in this way we can make a table with some values. Now we can merge the rows and we can merge two columns as well by having two different attributes, that's called col span and row span. For example, if I'm taking a table that contain table row here and it contain table heading that's with attribute col span 2. So the name will this cell will comprises of two columns. These two columns will be merged into a single one, that is col span 2. If we want to merge two columns, then we will write col span 2. Now next table header is course, next table header is year. So in this way this table row get closed. Now in another row here we are taking TD, that name is AB, another TD, that is Morgan. Here we are merging two rows. So we will put row span value equal to 2. So this table data get merged with two rows. So we will write row span here, and if we are merging two columns, then we will write col span here. So in this way, this is another TD, this row get completed. Now another two merged column, that is represented by row span 2. So if we will display a value after this ceiling, it will not be displayed because it get merged with row span equal to 2. So if we are taking 4 values, but it will display only the 3 values. So in this way this row get completed and this table got completed. Now align and width attribute can also be used with table tag. So align attribute determines the position of the text within a cell, and width attribute determines the width of a row relative to the table. So we can use width attribute and align attribute with table tag, and we can use width attribute with the table data or table header. So we have discussed align attribute, we have discussed width attribute, we have discussed border attribute. Now another 3 attributes that we can use is cell spacing, cell padding and BG color. So cell spacing represent the space between the cells, and cell padding replace the space around the data inside the cell, and BG color represent the background color that can be displayed behind the background of the table. We can also use the caption tag that is used to give a caption to a table. So let's see how we can use cell spacing, cell padding and BG color attribute. So there is a table that contains border value 3, align equal to center, and the cell spacing and cell padding value 6, and BG color is kya. So, and I'm giving a caption to this table is course data that will be displayed here. So we can see this is the first row contains 3 table header. This is the first row contains 3 table header, and another row contains this value, and this etc. contains the another table row. So in this way we can use cell spacing and cell padding. So what is the value of cell spacing and cell padding? That is 6. So this 6 is from this border to this cell, and this cell, this 6 represent the space between 2 cells. So the one space is from border to cell and another space is cell to cell. Now here we can see in this example, here this is a table, here this is a table, but it looked like a picture. Now see the code of this web page. Here the border is 0, so that's why we are not able to tell what is the cell and what is the different cell. So cell spacing is 10, but cell border is 0. So here the first row comprises a table data with this image, and below this image there is a unordered list contains 3 elements, that is cat, dog and butterflies, and this table data get closed here, and another table data that is comprises of this paragraph and it get closed here. So here this table row get closed and table get closed here. So we can see the whole web page look like a simple web page, but it is actually a table with border value 0. So in this way we can format our page by adding a table tag inside our web page and containing border 0. Now frame and frame set. So this is another tag which is mentioned in the syllabus. So frame set partition a web browser window so that the multiple web document can be displayed simultaneously. So if we want to display multiple web page inside a single window, we can use the attribute that's called frames. We can use the element that's called frame set. So for example, to maintain a permanently visible directory of links within your website while also displaying one or more selected document from the site, we can use frame set element. So let's see how it works. So we are taking a title of this page is frame 1, and we are taking a frame set attribute that comprises columns value 140 comma rest of the page. So star is used to use or utilize rest of the page apart from this 140 value. So here we can see there are 2 HTML pages, that is navigation.html and intro.html are used to display within this frame set. So this frame set comprises 2 HTML pages. One is this, another one is this, and the whole web page is divided into 2 columns. So in this way, this frame set works. So frame set attribute sub element, frame set element sub element is called as a frame element. So this is another example. Here we can use name, source, scrolling and frame border. These are the 4 attributes that can be used with frame set and frame. So name is just to give the name of the frame. Source is the address of this page. Scrolling, if we want to do scrolling of a web page, then we can use this attribute scrolling with at possible value auto, yes or no. And frame border, if you want to set, then we can set frame border as well, like a table border. So anchor tag can have target attribute as well. If we are using the anchor tag, then we can use target attribute as well. So we can see in this example, and this is intro.html. So navigation.html and intro.html, these are the 2 frame that was used in this example, this frame set. So one file is navigation.html that is written here, and another file is intro.html that is written here, and these are the 2 files that comes inside a single frame set. So in this way, this frame set works. Nested frame set. We can also use frame set attribute within the frame set, nested frame set element within the frame set element. So this frame set element contains 140 into rest of the page, and this frame is the first part like this, and another part comprises 2 rows. So this frame set is divided into rows 30%, and this is the 30% value, and this one is the 70% value of this another column. So here we are displaying 2 different frame. So these are the 2 different frame, and this frame set get closed here, this frame set get closed here, and this HTML page get closed here. So we can add a frame set element inside the another frame set element. So that's called nested frame set. We can also use no frame element if we want to display if our browser is not able to display the frames, then alternative content should be provided within the no frame element. So we can put no frame element if the browser will not be able to display these two element value. Forms. So forms is the next important tag mentioned in the syllabus. So form are the user interface that is used to take the data as an input, and the program and database located on a web server can be used the data provided by the frame. So server based program may return some data to the client on a web page, and client script can read input data by validating the data prior to the sending to the server, and we can use local processing which may output the web page content that will be displayed on the client. So there are multiple usage of this forms which is used to take the data and to give response to the client using form. So how we can make a form? So first know what are the different another applications of form. So we can create the questionnaire to provide the feedback on website. We can use form as a e-commerce application to enter name, address, details and purchase credit card number, and we can run a database query to receive the results. So there may be multiple applications of using the form. So how we will create the form? So to take the input from the user, there are multiple input types that can be used inside the form, like text, checkbox, radio, select, text area, password, button, submit, reset, return, file, and images. So this is our text box. This is another text box. This is checkbox. This is text area. This is button. These are the two types of button. One is submit button and one is reset button. And this is the option field, select field. So these are the things we can use in our web form. So let's see the attribute of the form. So there are method and action. These are the two attributes. So method can be two types, get method and post method. And action is the attribute that is used to redirect the form. So let's see the different input type, how we can use it. So type attribute can be a multiple type. Like if I am writing input name equal to this and type equal to text. So if I am writing type equal to text, then this text box will be created. And we can use the name and value attribute, and even if in case of checkbox, we can use check attribute as a input type attribute. If I am taking input type equal to radio, so this is the small button is called radio button, then we can use input type equal to radio with possible values here. Input type radio with the possible values here. If we want to take the button, then we can use input type equal to button and the possible value yes or no, like this, in this way. If we are taking the submit button or we are making a reset button, then we can use the input type equal to submit or input type equal to reset. So submit button will submit the form data and reset button will clear all the data that we have filled inside the form. We can use password button. So if we want to type a password, then the password will be displayed in the form of asterisk. We can, if we want to upload a file on a web form, then we can use the input type equal to file. And if we want to display nothing on when we are typing some text input, so we can use the input type equal to hidden. We can make a text with larger text with this input type equal to text area, or we can use text area as a separate element. Now, if we want to create a drop down, then we can use a select or input type equal to select. So select can be an element or input type equal to select can be a possible value to create this drop down value. And inside this select, we can write the option that is a sub element of this tag, and whatever options we want to give will be displayed here. If we want to display an option with selected, by default we want to make a selected value, then we can set selected here. And if we want to select a different value, then we can opt the different value.